Show me the money.
Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's get back to Iraq because, as usual, the hot topic of the year, it appears like, is the dollar exchange rate. And once again, I hear all kinds of flying rumors. And I tell you guys, just be careful, stay grounded, and don't get suckered into anything. It's great to hear all the excitement that Iraq's talking about changing the exchange rate. But if you're expecting some huge, ridiculous exchange rate, you're going to be upset. Before we get started, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Money Metals Exchange. The link will be down below in the description. If you are a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy Silver. Yes, it has changed. PIMPY-SILVER. So if you're watching this video and it's an older video, make sure you check on current videos because the code is going to be changing from time to time from now on. Also, I can be found on other platforms. Everybody knows I have my own website, Pimpy's News Network. Over here, I post videos that I can't get away with over on YouTube. Also, I have a group on Facebook called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. Come on over here and join us. It's free to do so. You can also come follow me on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, and Odyssey. The links for all these platforms will be down below in the description. So for whatever reason, if I get removed off of one platform, you could find me on the others. For those of you looking for my address, there it is right here. Feel free to pause the video, go on ahead and write it down, and reach out to me. All right, once again, we are hearing talks of an exchange rate change. But let's get into these articles before we start talking about the Iraqi Dinar exchange rate. It said the coordination framework agreed to accelerate the submission of the budget to Parliament. What do you mean accelerate it? Their idea of acceleration is wait until what? The beginning of the second month of the year? So the first Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives revealed that the coordinated framework agreed on the need to expedite the submission of the draft budget law to the House of Representatives. So although they're saying expedite the budget to be voted on, it doesn't say the timeline. Said the advisor to the Prime Minister, the dollar exchange rate will be reduced according to the proposal of the central bank. So on Monday, it was confirmed that the dollar exchange rate will be reduced according to the proposal of the central bank. So when they say the dollar exchange rate will be reduced, that's the right direction. You want the dollar to be reduced, not the dinar. And yes, I've heard rates out there being thrown around. I'm going to tell you now, nobody, and I mean nobody, knows what that exchange rate's going to be. So if anybody has an exchange rate in mind, they're full of cagada. And you can see right here, more exchange rate talk. The central bank completes its study on reducing the dollar exchange rate and submits it to the Sudanese. So I'm sure stores have got to have time to prepare, make sure they do the appropriate changes to the cost of goods. And it goes back to saying pretty much the same thing. It says an official source revealed on Monday that the central bank completed its study on devaluing the dollar exchange rate and submitted it to the Prime Minister. The governor of the central bank, Ali Alak, announced on Sunday that a second package will be issued in the middle of this month to control the exchange rate, while stressing that there are no internal and external restrictions on external transfers of cash sales of dollars, which I find interesting. Now see, this is what Iraq needs to start doing. Stop having dual currencies in your country. If you want to establish credibility with your currency, then you have to start using it. Get rid of the dollar, start using your currency. The Minister of Transport directs to deal in dinars instead of dollars in the work of airlines. So the Transport Minister on Monday directed the tickets for passengers to be cut in dinars instead of dollars. A statement by the ministry and a copy of it said that in accordance with the directives of the Prime Minister, Al-Sudani, His Excellency and Minister of Transport directed all formations of the ministries, especially the General Company of the Iraqi Airlines, to deal with cutting tickets for passengers in Iraqi dinars instead of the dollars. The minister stressed, according to the statement, obligating all formations of the ministry. So they got a warning saying that violators of directives and special reform measures by addressing the dollar crisis, they will expose themselves to legal accountability. The statement called on citizens to report any violations in this regards. So little by little, they need to just start dealing in just their currency locally. That strengthens the dinar. So no, there's not a lot of things going on in the news. We know that people were getting ready to protest, but they were promised an exchange rate change, and things seem to have slowed down just a little bit. Now, having said that, I want to go back to what I was talking about earlier. Be careful about the news that you're getting. I know you guys get all hyped up when someone says, oh, you're going to get $30 to every dinar. Of course, I'm exaggerating. Anybody talking about a rate over 1 cent is full of crap. That's not going to happen. I would love for it to happen. I would love to wake up and go, oh, I'll be darned, it is 1 cent. I'm sorry, make a video and apologizing. It's just not going to happen. When they said they're going to restore it to its original value, they're talking about the 1,190 dinars. If it was meant to go back to the 322 rate, like everybody's talking about, they would have said something along the lines of, we're going to go ahead and restore the pre-invasion rate of 322. So you would hear something in the wording saying pre-invasion, prior to Kuwait, stuff like that. They're not saying that. They're just saying previous. And previous is the 1,190 dinars. This is going to help the poor people a lot. This is going to help people who are out there busting their ass at work. They're going to have more purchasing power. People are going to be pretty happy about this slight change in the exchange rate. There are huge anticipations of what the GDP is going to be for Iraq this year. If they can really get going on infrastructure, if Germany can get in there and get these generators up so that people have electricity, I'm anticipating a pretty decent 2023, but more likely for me, a better 2024, depending if these electrical generators are up. As long as Iraq continues to follow the reform papers and avoid getting into any corrupt BS, they should be fine. Now, expect the exchange rate to go back to the 1,190 dinars for every dollar. Hope that you can get it for a little more. Pray that they go ahead and re-establish the 322 rate. Okay? Anyways, that's it for now. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, and I will get back to you. I'm out.